Right, ladies and gents, little story behind this then. 0 pence Keith made a his version of a parang, a knife he designed. All his knives are one-off. Watched his video. Very much like that knife because it's somewhat like an MOD survival knife and something between an MOD survival knife and a parang. Perhaps not as heavy to hump about anyway. I made a quick comment, I like your knife, and shortly thereafter I went, well that's good mate, I'm glad you like my knife. I like the tarp that you've got, that you know you made Eddie, and hint hint. Hence I gave him a quick PM and we had a little bit of a chat, and Keith said, well, I can't make tarps like you can do, I'll make knives. You know, I'm old school, let's have a bit of a barter, let's do a bit of a trade, and hence we started talking. And to say I'm supremely happy is an understatement with that knife, because I'm going to be honest, as I said to Keith, that knife, if I was to design one, isn't far off exactly what I would want. Now my knife is great, would need to be almost indestructible. It doesn't need to be pretty, it needs to be made out of a decent piece of steel with a decent long lasting handle. The handle on that knife, and I'll show you that close up, is industrial grade plastic, an unusual thing to have on a knife, but when you do that, because it's so light, that blade, that weight goes from there to there, and Barry's just had it in his hand and started whacking things straight away with it. A little bit of footage of that earlier on. Again, he's made it out of the files, the Farrier's files that he normally does, but this plastic, I've worked in the food industry and the health and safety side of it, on the moving conveyor belts, this stuff is still there and the stainless steel behind it and on the rollers wear away, but this stuff doesn't. It's almost indestructible. It's not going to swell up, it's not going to crack on me, it's not going to do anything, and it's extremely light. The only thing I think I'm going to do with this so far is I've got a friend who's got a paracord wrap on that, and I may or may not put a piece of inner tube down there because I like a nice firm grip on a handle. But there it is close up. If I was to design a knife on a bit of paper and send it to somebody, it would be almost like that. Blade is just over 6 inches and that's just over 5 inches, and it's obviously, people call this a skull cracker, I don't know, I just think we should call it something different now. Totally full tang, and here you can see it. I'll do the weight of this knife. It is an extremely light knife, okay? I'll take a picture of it on the scales, so because I don't think you believe me how light it is and what it can actually do. But I've had that off Keith and I just think that is an absolutely beautiful piece of kit. Keith has now got a tarp and like a cooking kit, water bottle, you know, mesh tins and cup and that, Czechoslovakian one, which he's very, very happy with. Keith's happy, I'm happy. Let's have a little go and see what this knife can do. Oh, Keith, just on that mate, it does come with an MOD survival knife. That is an MOD survival knife sheath. I've got another one coming mate, because this knife will be one that I'll have and use all the time mate. This isn't going to be a pretty shiny thing, a beautiful thing. It's going to be a knife to be used and abused, and I know you like people doing that, but it'd be nice just to give them a good test out mate. Beautiful edge on it, beautiful edge on it. Right, be back in a sec ladies and gents. Right, ladies and gents, Keith's knife, I actually think this is absolutely fantastic. See what we can do. I'm going to get rid of the sheath. This is what I was doing as earlier on. I've got a honey stove that I'm going to, or gasification stove. I was just shaving some wood off to get it going, and it goes through this. This stuff's really, really hard. We want to know what this wood is. Did we ever find out what this wood was, Barry? Hey? This hardwood that we...
Apart from the fact it's hard, did we find out what it was?
Yeah. But beautiful for making shavings, for getting your either your bush box or say the gasification stove I've got going. So there we go with. Now this is a very, very tough wood. Maybe I had trouble battling this before, but I love that. It's just right there now. It's going to go through my log. Teach people not to do that. Say again? That's side of my burger, mate. I love the weight of the knife is in that portion, Keith.
What here?
The other side, mate. The other side. Yeah. Let's see if we can.
It's on the other left.
Yeah. We'll just make sure that's still. Sorry, it is, mate. It's still sits.
What's that?
So sometimes that turns itself off. As I say, I want some shavings.
Well, only when you've gone beyond it. You still haven't changed your resolution yet, have you?
How do you mean? No.
You still.
I want it high definition.
You're still only allowed to have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Naughty boy, not allowed to.
As I say, that is a beautiful piece of wood. Quite a hard piece of wood as it goes. Very, very lightweight. But Keith, for a little field knife, one that you'd always have on your belt, mate. It's unique. Nobody else has got one like this. I'll give it a test. Let Barry have a little play with it, mate, and he was just started hitting things with it straight away. And well, captured a little bit with it, mate. I haven't found anything I can't do with this knife, mate, and I'm superbly happy with it. I'm not cutting a piece of paper with it, mate. It comes sharp as a razor, but obviously if you needed to prepare wood, which is probably the primal reason I'm going to be using this knife. As we can see, ladies and gents, it's sort of zipping through stuff and it's got no problems whatsoever. I'll try and take a small piece off that. I'm totally taken aback, Keith, by how lightweight the knife is. But if this is going to sound really daft, it feels like I've got a big lump in my hand, but it doesn't weigh a lot, mate. And it acts and it works like a really heavy knife. It sounds strange, I just ain't got a better way to sort of phrase that. And again, any part of the wood, it's taken on with no problems whatsoever. Let's get another one because I want some small bits. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new knife. I will be using all this wood that I've got here later on. I'll be cooking me dinner on a new gasification stove. Ladies and gents, I don't know sort of how to sort of price that or test that anymore. Kind of used it for every single task I would probably use. Well, the first thing I used it for was to cut a bit of paracord, which just showed me how sharp it was initially. But this isn't going to be a pretty knife, this is going to be use and abuse every day, sharpen up. I'm going to learn me sharpening skills on this knife. Do a bit of feather sticking. Let's get it clear first.
I forgot, did he post it to you or did he?
No, he posted it to me, mate, yeah.
Hey?
He wants to pop down and see us again, so he's going to pick the tarp up and the cook kit then. Because he wants me to show him how to put it up and that. You know, just how that one's that, because that's got the click fast system rather than paracord in it. Sharpen it rather than feather sticking miles away there. Yes, mate, yeah. Because that's what I said, like, because they get a bit expensive to post. Anyway. Teach other people not to do that, don't I? I've just done it myself. That is the edge where I hit stuff, and from there to there, absolutely fantastic, mate. It's just got that weight, and the whole knife don't weigh a lot, Keith. I can't really explain it, mate. Barry sort of noticed it as well, but it's just got the heft to like an MOD survival knife, and it weighs almost a third less, mate. I'm not going to go and sort of try and chop through a live or living tree just to prove it can cut through stuff. Let's have a little... I'll hand out the way there. See what was becoming annoying. Sort out a hand lanyard. Keith, this is very much reminding me of an MOD survival knife, but just designed better, mate. Love that handle on it. What I will do, got a mate, and it's got the finger gripping that I like there, so if I need to choke down really firm on something, mate, or close, no, for feather sticking, let's try and do a bit of, keep my hand out of the way. I wanted to just firm down and do feather sticking, mate, or any fine work. It's just slicing piece. It's like cutting bread, mate. Got to say, Keith, I know you're a man of your word, mate, and so am I. But if you suddenly decided you want this back, mate, I think you'd have a fight on your hands, and I mean that in a very complimentary way, because I'm quite taken by this, mate. I looked at it and I thought, yes. Naughty. One thing I will say though, I've promised my boss, my better half, my missus, that I will stop buying. This is the last knife, and I went, this year, and she nodded. This is all fuel I'm going to be using for me honey stones later on. Let's have a little chopping. It's a nice one, get my hand out of the way. See how far I'll go into one, mate. Right, so that's my doing daft things there, haven't I? Get myself. That's how far that's gone in. I don't know if you can see that there. And that is not a soft piece of wood either. Well, ladies and gents, the old camera went off there. What I was doing, I'm just having so much, I say fun, but amazing little knife, and I'm so happy with it. Hopefully I've given that the cursory bash test and various tests to see a knife. Still got a nice little edge on that. I know the tempering that the guy does for you, Keith, is spot on, mate. But yeah, this is my my new shiny knife, and I like it. As I say there, Keith, I wouldn't have come that much different, mate. I think it's a cross between, it's a Shilton Parang. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, who is that? Chris Kane, is it? Chris Kane survival knife? Survival knife, yeah. That's
he's very similar to
yeah, and obviously many years ago I saw a knife at somebody's side, quite a prominent, well, he's good at writing survival books, he was the first, and his Parang he had was only a little bit longer than this, and he had it made when he was in Borneo, and that impressed me. So Keith, to say that I'm happy with the knife is an understatement, mate. I'm going to give this a bash. This will definitely be a working knife, not one that looks pretty or doesn't get used, mate. Can't get over how light the knife is, eh, Barry? But how well it swings and it cuts, mate, doesn't it?
It's got the right...
Yeah, it's just... No, it's hard to explain.
I think would be the right.
Yeah.
Where's the balance point? Just in front of the blade?
Blade there, no, I'll get that off, mate. Dave, I've got somebody I was going to say his name there, sorting that out for me. A decent thing balance there, and
right by the front pin or by the where the blade is.
Blade is. Which is there, mate, look. No, you know, I mean,
that's
yeah.
just what you want.
But I think the lightweight handles, oh, they're tough as old boots. This is sort of industrial grade old plastic. Love that. Well, I'll have that paracord wrapped, and I may have a piece of inner tube over there because, you know, one thing with a knife, it's got to stay in my hand. That will get sorted out. And like I say, I've got a Heine Haynes. I've got some nice sheaths on there. I've gone for the Cadora Nylon one, mate. Because there's a few bits. I always have a knife and a fire kit and something else on the front of my knife, mate, so that'll be a work in progress. But yeah, my beautiful knife, Keith, I'm very happy with that trade, mate. You've told me you're happy, so we've done things in the old school way, mate. I've got something that I couldn't make, and as you said, you've got something that you want that you know, you're no good at making, or you can't make. I sew and you work metal, mate, so we've had a nice trade there. Again, mate, I'm super happy with that, and well, I can look at that and say that this is my knife. There are no others like it, and this one is mine. Did I get that right? Yeah, I did, as it goes. Anyway, ladies and gents, obviously I think, as you can tell, I'm quite impressed with my new shiny knife. Anyway, Keith, you said get it out there, give it a bit of a bash up for you, mate. Your bash is here.
Oh, yeah.
Barry's had it up, mate.
Apologise to him, the last film I did of his knife didn't save, so I didn't do it, so I'm going to have to do another film with his knife.
Ah, that's just Barry saying, give us that knife, mate, just to show what sort of gear he does.
Yeah, the last film didn't format on the camera for some reason.
Barry said last time he was over here, mate, as you said, you left him the knife to test, give it a Bosch, you know, destruction test.
We've done the first test, and then we put a slightly better edge on it,
yeah,
but the second test didn't get filmed for some reason.
Because well, we're talking about 0 Pence's work, that's the one he's left Barry. Okay, just a test, and again, beautiful knife, mate.
Nice sheath.
Yeah, it's just a sheath just to keep it safe. I mean, it needs a bit of a clean there, Barry, but I'll take that down a little bit.
It's swatty, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh, this has been hammered.
Beat the shit out of that, or even used a hickey stick on it.
Yeah, even a bit of metal on that, mate. We shouldn't really do knife on knife, but love the wood grips on that. I'm more than happy with them plastic, mate, because they're bloody lightweight. But there's another, I mean, 0 Pence, he makes one-off knives. They're just, I don't know, I'm quite taken with them, as you can probably tell. The finger grooves, the whole lot, everything's just right on that. I mean, to me, that's more of a, you know, put your war face on and run at somebody type of knife, rather than that being a field knife. But yeah, Barry's sort of quite taken with that, and I love the wooden handles on that. Like I say, I've got another one of Keith's knives that's got a beautiful. Well, anyway, ladies and gents, that's another example of 0 Pence's knife weight, mate. Every single knife he makes, what I like about that is unique, mate, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even all the old chimping on there, the whole lot.
I don't think he's made two the same.
No, I don't think he has. Like, we've got him some more files, and he's going to be banging out some more. Just love the work he does. It's like really just, oh, it's an old-fashioned craftsman, if that makes sense. And each one's different. And he just goes in. And he says to me, "Well, making these knives, I'm retired on it now. Making these knives sort of keeps me sane, gives me something to do, a bit of a purpose." And you can certainly see the skills, all the various skills you've got coming out there. Anyway, ladies and gents, I'm starving. I'm going to get some food on and give this gasification stove, I don't know if I pronounced that right, give that a bit of a go anyway. So Keith, love the knife, mate, and well, the trade's done, we've shook hands on it, mate, and I'm happy, and as you said, you're happy, so job done, mate. Lovely jubbly. Right, ladies, yeah, I was going to do a review on the knife, just showed it to Barry, he's had it off me, and can't wait to have a play about with it, Barry, eh?
Yeah.
I just...
What do they say, possession being?
No, it's just, it just feels nice in the hand, mate,
Yeah,
doesn't it? And all the weight of the blade I find's forward.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's, you can get a real good dig with your thumb,
Yeah.
and you say if you're doing a bit of chopping work with it,
I think it's halfway between sort of a...
it's a mini parang.
Yeah, a mini parang, mate, which is what I thought there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mini parang.
Right, yeah,
so,
right.
that's not bad. I like the handle on that's great.
I must admit, yeah,
like that.
it's an unusual handle, but I do like it, mate. So that's just your independent
It's not
view.
even my car, is it? It's plastic, isn't it?
It's industrial plastic, mate. I've seen. Do you know what they use on conveyor belts, like in
Yeah.
food?
Yeah.
I'll just show the can, mate. An extremely durable plastic. It's unusual to have knife scales, but I want to work in knife. Anyway, that's just Barry just grabbed that off me and wanted a little play there. Couldn't resist it.